Welcome to this tutorial on Unity attributes. Unity scripts can get messy fast, especially when you are working with a lot of public parameters. A useful trick to put order to the chaos is to use attributes. Attributes are little commands that you can use in any Unity script to customize the way it interacts with the Unity editor. They are useful when you are working with other people, as you can use them to provide simple and specific controls for them to use. All attributes are written within square brackets, and some of them ask for parameters just like a function. Here, I will be listing 5 of the most useful attributes. Number 1. The header attribute. The header attribute helps you put order to your public parameters. When you declare public parameters in a Unity script, they will appear in the editor in the same order they were declared. This can often lead to having too many attributes. To help you distinguish what is what, you can use the header attribute to insert a header between them, just like this. Using the header attribute is easy. The syntax is: open square brackets, write header followed by a parenthesis and the string of what the header should say. And that is it. Simple. Number 2. Hiding inspector attribute. Following the header, another tool for keeping your parameters organized is hiding inspector. Sometimes you want to make a parameter public so that another script can interact with it, but you don't want other users to be able to modify its value. For this purpose, you can use hide in inspector. Just add it before whichever field you want to hide, and this will avoid showing it on the inspector. Number 3. Tooltip. In case the header or the name of the parameter are not enough to explain how to interact with the specific parameter you have just created, you can also include a tooltip for when the user hovers over it. To write it is easy. Just open the square bracket, write tooltip and the sentence you want to appear between the parentheses. Afterwards, just hover your mouse over the parameter. Number 4. Range attribute. The range attribute limits the values a number can take. It is useful to avoid users from using negative or low values where they would break the code, as well as avoiding users setting up values that are too high, like when you are working with percentages. To use the range attribute, you have to open the square brackets, write range, and in parentheses the minimum and maximum values. Another characteristic of the range attribute is that in the inspector, your parameter will show as a slider instead of only the value. Number 5. Require component. The require component attribute is a little more complex, but not by much. Have you ever had a script that gave you an error because you needed a collider or a rigid body to be used? By using this attribute before your class declaration, you can avoid a game object giving you an error for not having a component you require to run the script. It will check the game object for you and add the component in case it is not there. To call this, you can just open the square brackets, write require component and in parentheses the type of your component. For example, type of parentheses rigid body, and then closing the parentheses and brackets. Now that we have seen some useful attributes, let's put them into practice. Let's say you are making a control for a shader. Shaders have a lot of variables and textures and it might get confusing fast, just like this. So you might want to order them to look something more like this. I will be putting a link to both the challenge and result scripts in the description below, so go and try them for yourself.